Open up your Canvas course, you'll see that you have a lot of different options. And first of all, you should look over at the left, and if you want to look more closely at your grades, for example, or success strategies and policies, if you want to just read the syllabus, this is where you would go to find that, and you're welcome to click on anything you want. For example, we'll click on the syllabus, and this will remind you of the different percentages for the different types of assignments, so you'll know where to spend most of your time. It'll show you a very brief overview of the calendar and all of our course policies. These are the major assignments that we're going to do, and a little brief description of them. And so if you forget about any of the rules or policies or anything, here you go. There's a late work policy, the online course delivery, communications policies, anything that you would like to review. You can look over here and see it in the syllabus, and anywhere you'd like to go. You want to like to look at the library resources. If you want to find people in the class or want to chat with them, you can go and find all of that information here. What I would like you to do every single week is to start on the home page, because this is how you're going to be able to best navigate the class and find what you're going to need to find. On this home page, you'll find any recent announcements. This green light, I believe, shows that I have not looked at it yet, which will remind me to look at the announcement and to read it. So if you haven't, you can click on that and read it, and then come back to the home page. And over here, and you guys are probably very familiar with this to-do place. I've had a problem in the past with students just going straight to the to-do site and skipping all of this middle information. And the problem with that is that you miss a lot of information that you're going to need. Especially in an online class, it is essential that you don't just come over to the to-do site and work from this, because a lot of the instruction that you're going to be getting is going to come through these modules. This is called a module, and as you look down, you'll see all these different modules. And a lot of times I have listed and written out all of the information that you need here that you would have gotten in class, that you're going to need to know. So yes, you can look at this to-do section, come over here, and you'll see that January 12th, which is tomorrow, that you have a quiz. But notice this is what I did for you this semester to help save you grief. If you try to just click right on the quiz, it'll say this quiz is part of module lesson 1 and it hasn't been unlocked yet. And I did that for your benefit, because last semester I had quite a few students who tried to just go straight to the quizzes, and they hadn't done the reading and they were missing information and they didn't do very well. So let's go back to home, and I'm going to show you how this works. Each of these modules will see that you have to complete all of the items, and you'll see that as you get down to this second module that you're not even able to open it, because the prerequisite is to look at this module up here. And so if you're trying to skip ahead and do assignments that are listed in your to-do list, it's not going to let you, because I'm forcing you to go through these different sections first. Again, not to be mean, this is to be nice. This is for your benefit, to make sure that you have the information that you need before you get to these. So this is how you will do the class. Go to home. Every week you're going to have a new module. There are a couple of new ones at the beginning. Hopefully you read my email and you've already looked at these, but if you haven't, that's okay. You're just going to need to start here. So what you'll do is you'll jump down to getting started, and you'll see this little circle right here. That means that it's not done. And so to complete this module, to be able to move on to the next, you're going to have to complete all of these. So just click on the first one. It's really simple, and it'll have what you need to know. You can read through it, and that's all there is to it. As soon as you're done reading it, make sure that you're familiar with the information. You can go to the bottom right and click Next, and that will bring you to the next assignment. So here you have your Canvas tour. If you click on this link, it will help you take the Canvas tour. Once you're done with that, you'll just come back to here and click on Next. That's it. See, a lot of them are really short. Make sure that you know what you need to know. Click on Next. Here's about your instructor. You can watch this fun video that I have for you. Make sure that you do that. It'll tell you about how to contact me. That has different links for you to follow. And next. So let's go back to home. And if you're ever wondering where you are in the class, it'll be really easy for you because you'll see that these check marks show what you've been through. This Canvas tour, it tells you need to submit it. You haven't done that yet, and so you're going to have to go back and submit this before this is completed, before you can move forward. So make sure you do that. This will log into Teams, and then once you've completed all these, then you'll be able to go on to your next module. And basically, after this first week, where we do have 2 extras, we have course orientation and the syllabus and course materials, which basically just make sure that you have access to everything that you need. Then every week, there's 1 module per week. So there's lesson 1 is on week 1. So that's this week, you'll do lesson 1. Complete all that, and once you're done, you can move on to lesson 2. Now notice that these are locked, and there are due dates for things. You'll see that this quiz is on January 12th. This reading response is also due on January 12th. So there are due dates for you, but if you want to work ahead, you're welcome to, because as soon as you're done with one module, then the next module is going to open up and let you move ahead to this module. So every week, you're going to have reading responses that are typically due on Monday. I made them due on Tuesday so that if you haven't started yet, you don't have to do them today. But every week, you're going to have, every Monday, reading responses. Every Wednesday, you're going to have what's called a Teams assignment. And that is due on Wednesday, because we will meet as a class on Monday and on Wednesday together on Teams. And I will give you an assignment, and then you'll submit that every week, and that's how you get your participation point. So that's always due on Wednesday, even though it will cover Monday and Wednesday. So make sure that you join us on Monday as well. And then you'll just turn in whatever assignments I gave on Monday and on Wednesday for your Teams assignments. And then our discussion, which will take place of classes on Friday, is due every Friday. And so reading assignments are due on Monday. You don't have to wait till Monday to read. You can read over the weekend and post them early. In fact, I recommend doing that because a lot of times in our Monday discussions, we will talk about the reading. If we were meeting as a class, I would have had these due before we met as a class. I'm not doing that, but I recommend reading before we come. So reading responses or quizzes to your reading is always due on Monday. All of your reading for the week. On Wednesday, it's always our responses from the team assignments, whatever I assign you to do on that. And then on Friday are your discussions. When you have bigger papers, they're typically due on the Wednesday, but you'll see that as you go through. So that's basically how to do it. I'll show you now how to do it if you're going to use your cell phone. It's basically the same exact process. It just looks a little bit differently, but it's the same thing where you will click on home on your cell phone, and then you'll just click on the top module, and then you'll go down to the bottom right of the page, just the same way that you would here, and click on next, and you'll be able to read everything, all of the reading assignments and stuff you can do from your cell phone if you prefer to do it that way. So that is how to get through our class.